Metrics. I think that's a key there in social media. I think clients are the ROI and what's the value of investing these dollars into social media and creating these programs when they're trying to figure out how much as a conversation leads to conversion, and how do you guys communicate those metrics or that ROI to your clients? Judy, go ahead.
Well, we have a lot of metrics we really look at. I mean, first we look at who's writing and what they're saying. So a lot of what we do begins with monitoring and looking at share of content and sentiment and all of that. And then I think what we try to do is set a goal on how we plan on changing that. We also look at embedded links and how popular some of the people who are writing and what their reach is. So reach is awfully critical. And then obviously where that communication goes, how many people are getting into it, how many pieces are being shared, if we've got video or other things that people are downloading, and you can watch where that's going. There's a lot of different metrics. So I think we clearly set like what are the top 10 things you're going to look for and what are the goals, and then we do a true up at the end of a campaign to see how we measure up against each one of those.
If I can just add real quick as well, long-term clients also have to make sure that they are inclusive of their overall social marketing or social media strategy, because the landscape of the country is changing and people have to recognize that. So that is very important, because right now 20% of the people that are blogging are Hispanics and 12% that are blogging are African American. So there is a huge opportunity out there to capture that audience as well, and that long-term strategy has to include everyone as it relates to talking to them about products and services.
Think about the goal and not the strategy at first. So if the goal is to drive donations for a nonprofit foundation or awareness of an issue for a nonprofit foundation, that's the goal. And then what are some of the strategies that feed that? Well, it could be a Facebook strategy. It could be an engagement strategy on mommy blogs. But don't start there, because you may go a little sideways in thinking through what will help you get to the end goal. And I've seen a lot of clients kind of start at that, what's my Facebook strategy or what's my YouTube strategy, because that's kind of the sexy thing that everyone's talking about right now. And Facebook may or may not be around in a year. It may, YouTube probably will be around in a year, but think through really the goal first before the strategy becomes part of the conversation.
Well, I'm sure Judy's experiencing, or all of us are experiencing, things I've seen is that every meeting I'm in, my whole staff has their iPhone there, and they're working on their iPhone whether talking to me or whatever we're doing. So usually they're checking their email, but they are sometimes checking their Facebook, and they check Facebook during the day, they tweet during the day, and you begin to wonder as the manager, whether it's a part of the program or it isn't. I feel right now that it is part of our learning experience, if nothing else, but I think that's something that we're going to have to watch for in guide and decide how we're going to deal with as managers.